Previously on Vagabonds.
I want to see Bo cut up a rug.
Oh my god.
You actually do see both Dr. Carwin Byrne, who is your benefactor, in the lab, and his assistant, Ivan.
Jane crawls up onto the table and, walks across the torso of the shell and grabs the shell's face and then just headbutts it really hard, and the teddy bear goes limp and the shell starts to sit up.
Jane's full name, Jane 2, probably suggests that there was at one point Jane 1.
No, because I asked her that, and she said no.
She is capable of lying.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, wait, no, yeah, she totally is.
I mean, it's a quick in-system run. It would only be about $5,000, but I can have it delivered to your ship, which I believe is docked at the spaceport.
Bo takes out a pair of sunglasses and puts them on, and then takes them off dramatically and says, "Buddy, I don't take a ship for less than $75,000.
That's not true.
That's not true. $5,000 sounds good. We'll do it."
Welcome back to The Role Less Taken. We are once again with the Vagabonds, once again playing Solar Age, once again playing Weave, and once again we find ourselves on a ship. You guys had done all sorts of crazy shenanigans, including killing a CEO of a major corporation. Along the way to that aforementioned murder, you reneged on a contract. He sent assassins after you. They killed Jane.
But
I just realized I haven't introduced you
if you
guys,
think
have I?
about it, we kind of killed Jane.
I couldn't save
Through
her.
your inactions,
It was
yes.
it was a group effort, really.
I tried.
So, and then you guys got a heads up that Jane's new body was ready to roll. So you came over to her point of origin, I suppose. Home might not be quite the right word. And
The Jane
picked that up.
Factory.
The Jane Factory. Speaking of Jane Factories, why don't my three factory foremen introduce themselves?
If you don't know us by now, why are you here?
That's rude. Be nice.
But I'm Mike, and I play Bo. And usually I try to have a goof or something clever lined up, but I got nothing.
Okay.
Once again, I am Megan, and I play Io Jewel.
I'm Perry, and I play the recently refurbished Jane.
Are you Jane 3 now?
I guess
Yeah, does this make you Jane 3, or still Jane 2?
I think my theory is that I'd still be Jane 2, because if anything, it's my fourth body, but it's my second consciousness.
Okay.
But I miss
Yes.
being a teddy bear.
Aw.
I mean, technically you could still be a teddy bear whenever you want.
Yeah.
They are sort of concurrent. They are both active at the same time, just the teddy bear usually chills and doesn't do much.
Yeah, but if I am the teddy bear and the teddy bear dies, then I die for real.
Right.
Guys.
So that's why you usually lock it up.
If a tree falls in the woods, and no one is around to hear it, are there still birds around?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
I haven't really thought too much about
Maybe when he goes camping.
Welcome to our
actually.
Surrealism is Real Life episode.
So meanwhile, back at the Melting Clocks. So yeah, you guys also had a request from Ivan Bradley, who is the research assistant for Dr. Byrne, who is
A dick.
Jane's creator and kind of an asshole. And basically because Jane pissed off Hargan Dane back in episode 2 or 3, he kind of forced you guys to go on an errand for him, but he is also paying you guys. Which is why you're currently flying from Pluto to Charon, which is sort of known as the system's graveyard. That's where all of the dead from all the planets go to be buried and processed, and also where Jane spent some of her formative years.
That's not dark and depressing.
Among the children of Kyson.
You wonder why I'm so sick of dead people. Why am I so short with the ghosts? There must be a reason. Who would be rude to a ghost?
So along the way, I have got a little news tidbit that I can throw at you, but it isn't super important. And then I think Io, you mentioned
I've got shit
offline.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
to
so
do.
you had an email you wanted to send or something.
Yes. Io would like to compose an email to Dr. Byrne after consideration and much thought, and seeing how Jane functions as an artificial intelligence, but in a, I guess, human-esque body. Would like to request that Dr. Byrne maybe create one for Pixel, so that they can go out into the world and, function as a human.
Yeah. He writes back to you, during the trip. I can do that. I will request data, and you'll owe me a favor, and I will require some money for the materials. If you can provide a genetic sample of what you are looking for, that will also help, which you can mail to me from Charon if you so choose.
So by data, do we mean, what exactly?
With the whatever it is that he's kind of tracking with Jane, he's going to use Pixel as sort of another... I don't think control group is quite the right word, but something along those lines.
Okay, so that's not anything really that we need to worry about.
Yeah. He's basically just viewing it as a secondary parallel experiment.
Okay.
And it's gonna take him a little while to put this together.
Okay, so I'd imagine that I probably have the means as far as money, and then I can provide a DNA sample from myself.
Okay. Yeah. You will effectively be siblings. Aw.
Aw, boy. And then, yeah. So Io will get the sample together and put it in, a fun little, styrofoam container, and then make Pixel ship it.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what I figured. Only I assume you aren't telling Pixel.
No, I'm just telling Pixel to, handle with
Ship it
care
back.
and
Right.
ship it to Dr. Byrne.
After the response, he does give you the favor as well. He says that he wants you to find and retrieve Jane 1's body.
Oh, do I have any idea where Jane 1 disappeared to?
Nope.
Well, I guess I'll send an email back. Can you provide me with any information, any last known coordinates, or any way to track it down?
He basically goes, I believe Jane 2 has been searching for that and may have more information than I do.
Fuck, how the hell do I get information from Jane? Well, is Jane 2 aware of Jane 1? I forget.
I'm trying to remember whether we've established it either way. I think she is. I think she's not aware of the experiment part.
Okay, so Jane 2 would know that Jane 1 existed.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, but not that she was put with us to function with other living creatures to see how she would be treated and get along in the real world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Io has written an email and prepared a package for delivery when she arrives on Charon. So I'm going to say at some point you guys are kind of checking the news. While you're watching the news, you see your old buddy Hargan Dane is kind of on. It looks like he's opening a shelter for cats or something on Callisto.
Oh my god!
So most of it is B-roll of the cats running around and being super cute, but then there's also a fair amount of him at his desk talking about this
I want
cat
to go
shelter.
there.
I'm gonna say everybody who would like to, everybody who's watching the newscast, you guys can make a perception check.
What is that again?
That is Gale's, and I'm making it level 2.
Honestly, Bo's probably not paying close enough attention. So
Okay.
I am not going to roll.
I got 2.
Okay, that's what you needed.
I got 2 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So both of you notice he's in the same office that you guys met him in 1,000 years ago at this point. Mm-hmm. And all of the things are still there. You can still see the Nancy Drew collection sort of in the background. But there's this new statue that you guys don't remember being there last time. Just a statue of a guy in a robe. It looks old. It looks like old Earth in its design.
Do I have absolutely no insight into... I'm a fucking...
Old Earth expert.
I'm a guy with a shovel. Doesn't that...
Make a flames check.
An archaeologist?
An archaeologist. A flames check?
Yes. I will say it's level 3 to get the good information, but I will give you a little bit of information if you succeed.
Well, I didn't succeed, so.
It looks old as shit.
Would I have any idea what it is?
Can I remember what it looks like and research it later?
You can, but it'll be it'll be the same like flames check. I'd say Io, you can. I'd imagine you know a little bit, but it would still be, I think, just level 3 for you.
Okay.
So basically, if you want more information about this, you have to do a level 3 check at some point. Okay. Yeah, it's old.
Fucking.
But it's new.
It's old, but you haven't seen it before.
Okay.
It's new to someone.
Are the
Yep.
cats like Dr. Parsnip size?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. I'm just looking at the newscast going, I want that one, and that one, and Dr. Parsnip, look at that one.
We could get you a new brother
Do
or
you
sister.
want a little brother? Or maybe a sister?
So yeah, that's all I have for you. Anybody else want to accomplish anything before you land at Charon?
Bo is playing with the Nurgle detectors, whatever the hell they're called.
Weirdly enough, you do like catch a couple of very small like pings on it.
What?
Oh shit, our ship is falling apart.
What?
No, that's the thing that
Entropy!
detects like pieces of corpses or pieces of corpses.
Oh, well, I mean, that makes sense. We've killed a lot of people on our ship. We probably haven't done the best job cleaning up.
On,
Yeah, is it-
off, around.
Is it like enough that it's just bits of people we've killed, or is it suspicious? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'd say if you had ever turned it on, it is stuff that you would have noticed like when you arrived.
This is like our version of like every trope when like CSI has to come in and investigate a hotel room and there's some dude there like, if this room had a black light,
Yep.
Semen everywhere.
if this cargo hold had a Nurgle.
So everybody knows about Charon and the fact that it is the place where the dead go, but not everybody in the system has necessarily made it out to the graveyard of the system, and it's got all of the like associations with death, but it is kind of pretty from space. It's a very pale gray, and it looks like this incredibly intricately carved vessel or urn. I've been playing a lot of Hollow Knight, so that's kind of the aesthetic I'm looking for. It's got like neat parallel lines that look like this carved porcelain all over the surface. As the ship approaches to land, those lines kind of widen and grow and reveal that they are in fact millions of miles of catacombs that cover the surface. And Jane, you know that there are several levels even below that, all of which spiral outward from the largest crypt, called Xibalba, which is the unofficial headquarters of the Children of Kaisen and your destination.
Make sure that my priest collar is straight. Lint roller, because of Dr. Parsnip. I wear a lot of dark clothes.
Are you two getting along yet?
I don't know. I don't think we've had any in-game time to interact. Off camera, I have no extra scratches.
Oh, little scratchy scratches.
So you guys hit the spaceport. You notice that the torches, Jane, aren't lit, which signals that the children are not currently in training. It's a day of visitation. And other ships are touching down, and priests are kind of coming and approaching the ships as they arrive. And one of them, who just so happens to be somebody you recognize, comes to meet the crew. Her name is Maritza Maxwell, and I've decided she is somebody that you knew well, somebody that you got along with very well while you were here.
Okay.
So basically an old friend is coming to say hi.
Alright. I don't know that Jane would greet an old friend any differently than an old
Anybody
asshole,
else?
necessarily.
Yeah, Maritza comes up and says, "Greetings, welcome to Charon." And then she goes, "Jane, is that you?"
New nose, right? It's the new nose.
Yes. I thought I recognized something about you.
You should have seen me last week.
I'm sure you've had quite some adventures since you left. Would you like to come in and have a cup of tea?
Does she know I'm a robot?
I think she does not. She thinks you're a person, but she thinks you've had like surgery, basically.
Oh, then this conversation is awkward. A lot of bandages last week. Yeah, just so many bandages. Sorry, did you say something about tea?
She got into a bar fight.
We have a shipment of Nurgle entropy detectors for you that the little weasel sent along with us.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah. I will send some of the adepts to come and pick them up. And she kind of leads you through the like spaceport to the main like temple area. As she like signals to a couple of dudes who go to your ship, and Pixel helps them and also deals with the package thing. And she starts walking you towards the library, which is where she works. The library are sort of the main archive, but before you actually get there, you do see you sort of hear a chant coming in from a room that you're about to walk past that you recognize as Jane, recognizes a ritual that they typically do when a ghost is being particularly reticent and is not giving them the information that they need to sort of help the person move on.
Which, as we all know, is unusual, because usually ghosts don't shut the fuck up.
Exactly. So yeah, you guys have got you're sort of walking past this room where the chanting is going on. Or there's the library, which is dead ahead. And Maritza isn't really, like, trying to stop. She's just kind of, like, walking along.
Receiving some narrative indications that I should ask about the troublesome ghost, so... troublesome ghost? Question mark.
Choo choo. I'm not at all trying to lead you down a certain path, am I?
Like that teddy bear sized vent.
So you ask Maritza about it?
Yes, I insert myself into the teddy bear sized hole in the conversation.
She goes, oh, some doctor, I think, who arrived from Mars is basically just that we can reach her, but she is not speaking to us. She's not giving us any information.
A doctor from Mars?
Yes. Doctor... I'm trying to remember what her name is.
That's okay, because I don't have my Google Docs up. gmail.com. Continue.
She goes, it's Dr... Oh, actually, it's Dr. Amos. That's what her name is. I should have remembered that.
Famous Amos?
Amos, yes.
Cookies are delicious.
Would I know that name?
That is a name that you know.
I don't remember how I know that name. Oh, wait. Is that the one who helped me?
That is the name of the person who gave you your arm.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So this is not going to be on my list.
No, it is not.
Okay, then I can stop trying to fruitlessly load Google Docs.
Wait. Did you say Dr. Amos?
Yes. She kind of like pokes her head in and like looks at like a document that somebody's got. Kathla Amos, I believe it was.
Jane, I know them. Is there any way... I mean, can I help? Can I talk to them?
You can certainly... Well, I don't know. I suppose it depends on who brought her here and whether or not they'd give us permission. Some family are very particular about who gets to speak with their ghosts.
She did not come with family.
Can we help?
Yeah.
Try to act as translator?
You're welcome to give it a shot. It is your other old friend, Sydney, is kind of leading the ritual, though, so you might have to persuade him.
Fourth wall sidebar. Who the fuck is that?
Person I just made up, who you did not get along with while you were here.
Yeah, it's your old friend. Get your shit together. I'm sorry, frenemy, because you didn't get along.
Does my old frenemy know that I'm a robot?
He does not.
Does anybody here know that I'm a robot?
I do.
I assumed you didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, but I don't know that you guys know.
Right.
I don't think. No, you guys do know.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you were in a teddy bear.
So of course you know. Right. I wrote it that way. Okay. Sydney, what's my actual friend's name? Max?
Maritza Maxwell.
Max.
You call her Max.
Yeah, you can call her Max.
We call her Max until you send me a spelling of that. Alright. I guess I'll go in IO and confront Sid.
As you guys walk in, you're sort of hearing this actually very lovely Gregorian-style chanting that's part of the ritual. And that comes to sort of an abrupt stop when Sydney sees you, and he just goes, "Oh, you've returned, huh?"
Yeah, I have a friend who would like to try to communicate with the ghost.
He takes a deep breath and kind of looks around. Why don't you make just a level 1 Brooks check? That's the social challenge. You're essentially doing a persuade roll.
2.
He kind of like looks around, heaves a heavy sigh, and he goes, "Well, we've been at this for at least an hour. Take 5, everyone." And they all kind of file out of the room.
I like slap him on the shoulder as he's walking by, and I'm like, "Don't worry, Sid, I'm sure it has nothing to do with your shitty personality."
He just flips you off as he walks out the room.
Io's respect for Jane is growing more and more every day.
It's like a Telltale game. It pops up in the corner. I will remember that. And
Max just kind of like smirks, but like, pretends she isn't very much on your side because they are co-workers. And now you guys are alone in a room with a ghost. Have we ever established whether the ghosts can see other people, or are they only speaking one-on-one to you? How do you feel like that is working?
I'm pretty sure they can see other people, but they can only I can see them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought as well.
And okay.
So like I'll have to communicate through Jane.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey Doc, brought you a friend.
She's this like stern-looking older woman with like short curly hair and glasses on, and she just kind of goes, "Oh, well, that's interesting. I see you've brought what was the name she went with? Was it Io?
Yes, that's her name.
Interesting. That changes things. Tell them," and she sort of points out the door at the departing priests, "there is something among my personal effects. It is a letter and an egg-shaped metal container. Tell them to give those to that one," and she kind of indicates Io.
Alrighty, and I leave to go do that.
I'm just standing in the room like, yeah, what just happened?
I walk out, I'm like, talk amongst yourselves.
So
Between Io and the ghost.
Io was just kind of like looking into like where Jane was looking, but obviously not seeing anything and awkwardly waving.
I'm kind of picturing too, like there's like a bier, the right word? It's like a table with the dead body on it, and to Jane, the ghost was just standing next to the dead body, but now you guys are just standing in a room with a lady you don't know and a dead lady, and just kind of like waiting for
Maritza's
Jane to
still
return.
there, isn't she?
Yeah, Maritza's just kind of like
can talk to the ghost.
yeah. Maritza sort of starts picking up conversation with all of you, including the ghost.
What happens with her now?
She kind of looks at the ghost and there's kind of like, I don't know, indicates something to you guys that you guys can't see. She goes, "I think she will participate in the final rites and confirm her method of death. It appears to have been a heart attack just while traveling. She's in the children's care now."
I mean, I don't know what she said to Jane. Can you tell her thank you? And I appreciate everything she did for me. I mean, I really wasn't in any kind of place to show my gratitude when she helped me.
Maritza nods, and then I think you guys can probably hear her saying something to the ghost. She says you are welcome, but you do still owe her a favor. She was glad she was able to help, and she hopes that you will do something good with your remaining time.
Did she have something in mind that she needed help with?
She says when your friend returns, you will have the favor.
I'll do what I can.
Jane, they hand you just a letter and an egg, a metal egg.
It's
Okay.
an ostrich egg.
Yeah, about the size. Let's say ostrich egg.
I return to the room with Ghost and my buds and hand it over to Io.
I take it this is what Dr. Amos wanted me to have? I'll put the letter in my pocket for safekeeping for now.
Okay.
Kind of stare awkwardly at the egg. Is there anything I need to know about this? Or...
I bet if you read the letter, it would tell you what you
Shut
need
up,
to do
Bo!
with
I look at the ghost in query.
She goes, "It's all in the letter."
It's all in the letter.
it. Zoom!
The ghost actually laughs at that.
Just tell her thank you, and I hope she finds peace.
The ghost says that she will. And Maritza says, "Well, tea? Might be
Tea.
able to scare up some biscuits, too."
We go back into the hallway.
Yep. And she leads you guys to the archives.
I was gonna say a passing thing to my old buddy Fuckface, but it's too late now.
Do it!
He's still standing in the hallway, just kind of like basically waiting for you guys to finish. And he goes, "Oh, so you did it, huh? You succeeded where I failed."
I don't have to say anything. You did it for me. She's all yours, dickbag. Let's go get some tea.
He just kind of scowls and walks back into the room. So yeah, you guys head into the archive. It's sort of split into two sections, but it's basically just filled with terminals. And on the one side, there's all of the like death records, and on the other side, it's all like archaeological records and information about that, because they are the children of Kaisen are interested in archaeology, because it sort of gives them a sense of what dead cultures were interested in. She kind of just leads you into this quiet office room and starts making tea for you all.
I start poking Io in the ribs, and I'm like, "Hey,
Ow,
what's in the letter?"
I don't know, Bo.
Well, fuck, maybe you should read it.
What do you think is in the egg? Do you think it's another cat?
I don't think cats lay eggs.
Maybe it's a puppy this time?
I don't think puppies lay eggs.
You don't know anything, Bo.
I'm gonna try and pickpocket the letter out of Io.
No.
That would be a Gales check. I think level 2 at least. I think it's contested, so I think it would be Gales for you, Io, to see if you notice, and Gales for Bo to see if he succeeds at the sleight of hand.
I'm pretty sure I have a sleight of hand
do.
talent. Let me just double check.
I remember because I just listened to episode 1.
Yep, sleight of hand. Perfect.
So it's 4 against 4.
I got 2.
I got 2.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
What happens now?
Roll
Tie
again.
goes to the person who initiated it.
Yes. Awesome.
You sneakily lift it out, but you've got like a few seconds before Jane or Io notices it's gone.
I just stick it in my pocket.
Okay.
I don't read it. I just take it for myself.
All right.
Io reaches into her pocket for the letter.
Don't game this, you
No,
jerk.
I won't. I'll let it go for now.
I was gonna say, like, you did roll pretty good, so it was like only just that he got away with it. So Maritza is just kind of giving you guys some tea.
I'm like
So
Delicious.
gingerly placing the egg on the table, swaddled in my jacket.
It's like a nest made out of jacket.
Is it?
It's a metal egg, though, you said, right?
Yeah.
I bet there's pantyhose in there.
Maybe it's a bomb. Do you think there's drugs in there?
I bet there's probably just a delicious yolk.
Do you think it's chocolate inside?
It's probably that, like, weird chocolate-flavored candy that no one really likes, but you get at the dollar store because you're cheap.
Maybe it's hazelnut. I bet it's a puppy, though. I bet it's a puppy this time.
I don't know how Dr. Parsnip would feel about
Dr.
a puppy.
Parsnip would love a little brother or sister. I know it. Didn't you see that newscast with Hargan today?
No.
Whatever. You uncultured swine.
Ouch.
Jane's just drinking her tea, characteristically silent.
I would say I think Maritza's been asking you like questions about what you've been up to since you left and like just catching up generally.
I'm giving like really dodgy answers. Like, oh yeah, corporate contract didn't go quite the way we thought it would, but you know, that's how business is these days. And
We met with budding entrepreneurs.
yeah, budding entrepreneurs, a couple of unexpected house guests, what with, you know, people being in space and flying around and bumping into each other. It's just how things are. Couple of mechanical issues, took a bump or two to the noggin, little band-aid, went to a wedding, here we are.
She's like, I mean, honestly, that's all much more exciting than we've been doing. Just cataloging information as we
Had
get
a big
it.
argument about an elevator. Honestly, haven't been doing a whole lot of archaeologing
No?
lately.
You get new reports every now and again if you want to check any of them out, but if you have anything you're particularly curious about.
When she says that, does a quest marker appear over her head, or is that just you making up conversation? Am I supposed to go check the archives?
Side quest.
Side quest.
I mean, I was basically writing this in so you had the opportunity to look up some of the things that have been mentioned in the past that you may or may not need more information on for your various quests.
Hey! Screen cap! No, I got a screen cap of a thing about a cat hospital. You ever seen this fucking statue before?
No, I haven't. That's not any of the big, like the recent reports that we have anything like that in it.
Balls. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Do you want me to remind you of a couple of other things that may have been mentioned in the past that you were curious about?
Yeah, am I supposed to know my own objective in this? I thought we were running a fucking errand.
It's always more than just an errand.
This is actual plot. Yeah, I guess while the others are finishing their tea, I'd love to take a look at the archives.
Okay.
While Perry is searching in her notes, I really want to know what's in the letter.
You go looking for it, and it is not in your pocket.
Shit. And I'm like checking my pant pockets and like checking my coat and slightly panicking. God damn it. I already failed the mission.
What are you talking about?
I may or may not have lost the letter that I had like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, good.
Well,
Why don't you open the egg?
I'm not touching this thing until I know what it is.
Why don't you go retrace your steps? I'll sit here and watch the egg.
You're not watching the egg. I'll take the egg with me. You sit here and wait for Jane.
Well, fine. I'm enjoying my tea.
And then Io scoops up her jacket with the egg and leaves the room.
As soon as she leaves the room, I open the letter up.
All it says is just, patient Tharsis 4, hang on to this in case the old coot comes to their senses.
So Bo reads and is like, well, that's anticlimactic. And then he drops the letter on the floor, like, underneath Io's chair. And sits there and waits for her to come back.
I'm gonna say, Io, make an investigation check with your Gales.
2.
You make it all the way back to the room where Dr. Amos's body is, and, like, you sort of quickly peer in and you see that they're, like, actually doing another, like, you know, final rites kind of ritual. You don't see the letter anywhere. You continue retracing your step back to the library, and then you see it on the floor by your chair.
Well, that's weird. And, like, it's open still, right? Like, he didn't try to seal it again, I guess?
I, like, closed it, but I didn't seal it.
Yeah.
Why is it open?
Huh?
The letter, it's right here.
Oh, you must have just dropped
No.
it.
Yeah, but it's open. That's weird. And Io picks it up and reads it.
And you get the same message. Patient Tharsis 4, hang on to this in case the old coot comes to their senses.
Would that mean anything?
Probably not.
So I'm like, so what did it say?
I don't know. Nothing that makes sense right now, at least.
Yeah, I know. I mean, totally.
Bo, did you put something in your tea? Because if you have your
a
flask,
lot of sugar.
I mean, I could use a little bit of that.
No, no, just I haven't had sugar in a while. You know how that makes your head kind of funny?
Oh, no, not at all.
You should try it sometime.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I need to hang on to this egg for now.
You're not going to
No,
open it?
I'm not going to open it. Does it look like something I can open?
As you look at it, there are, like, no obvious openings. There's no markings of any kind. It's just, as far as you can tell, just a solid piece of metal.
Does it sound like it's, like, can I knock on it?
It does appear to have, like, some space inside, but it's not completely hollow.
I really want to crack the egg. Or at least try to.
I would say if you want to try and crack it open, I'd say make a stones roll.
Okay. Hey, Bo, do you think it's a terrible idea if I do try to open this thing?
No, use your fancy arm. And I point at the fake arm.
My fancy arm? You mean the thing that's, like, held together by bubblegum and rubber bands?
Well, you probably have more success with that than the meat arm.
That's true. I got a 3.
So yeah, you basically manage to, like, crack some of the metal open, and inside there is just what looks like some sort of medicinal, like, applicator. Basically, it kind of looks like a healing potion.
It's a suppository.
I don't think it's a suppository, Bo. But this looks
Only one way to find out.
like some, I don't know, type of medicine? She was always working on something back on Mars. I'll hold on to this.
So, is that meant for you then? Like, are you supposed to take it?
I don't think so. I mean, at least the letter didn't indicate that.
Should keep it someplace safe, I guess.
Am I able to pull the thing out of the egg?
Probably, like, fiddle with it and eventually do so, yeah.
I'm gonna keep it in there for now.
I'm in the archives, and I'm looking to see. I'm looking at the deceased first, and I'm looking to see if I can find Taki Mihi's name, and I'm hoping to not find it.
You do not find it. There's, like, a last known address, which is on Triton.
And then, so I check that, and then I guess I just look into the archives. I see if there's any information on, I think there's a medbot named Hurry, who there might not be any information on them here because this is for people. And I'm looking in the archaeological data to see if I can find any information about Doom Mons, because Saijai was supposed to meet some people there.
It was a cryovolcano that was filled with just, like, sub-zero liquid that eventually broke through the surface and destroyed a, like, fledgling colony that had recently settled. It's sort of like Pompeii. So there's a bunch of, like, archaeological digs that are going on there as they're excavating, like, the buildings that are just full of, you know, people encased in ice. And it is on the moon Titan.
Do I see anything that makes me think that they were going there for a reason, or if they were just meeting there? They being, I think, Taki and Saijai.
Nothing that would indicate it, although Sai was a smuggler, so it's possible she were going there to find artifacts to smuggle.
Okay, but I have a current address in Taki.
Yes.
Alright, cool. I return to my tea drinking fellows.
Hey, Jane. Find anything good?
Yes, the address of an old friend that hopefully we can go visit at some point in the future.
I nudge Bo. Bo, did she just say friend?
Yeah?
I didn't know that Jane had friends.
What about us?
I didn't know that Jane had other friends. I mean, other friend.
Okay. Well, what about that Max?
Maritza?
That's the
Yeah,
one.
I mean, learning
The
new
person
things
who is
every day.
in the same
Isn't
room.
Maritza in the room?
This is how our conversations work. When we have a sidebar where we're whispering to each other, we don't think anyone else is listening.
So, I mean, is this a friend that you want to go visit?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I think we can manage that if we're done here.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything else planned. So, I mean, we got my big thing out of the way, so I'm just a background player now.
Or did I find the shit I was supposed to, all the stuff?
She unlock all the achievements?
There was one other thing I wasn't sure if you were going to look up, but we'll find out.
Too late now.
He'll have to find out how to inject it into the story some other way.
Yeah, because Perry is clearly not a completionist. She's like, yeah, I'm here.
Eh,
Let's do this
good
fucking
enough.
shit and we're done. Bye.
Yep.
I don't like searching for things. I don't have intrigue. I just want to do the main objective and be done. Point A to point B, please.
So you guys have a lovely tea and biscuits with Maritza. You guys kind of wander back to your ship. You hop on the ship. Pixel informs you, Io, that they have mailed the package for you.
Thanks, buddy.
What? Wait, what? What package did you send?
It's none of your business, Bo.
Was it a glitter bomb? Because that shit is just fucking...
Sure, it was a glitter bomb.
You are a
Well,
bitch.
I mean, this is something you already knew. I want to take my egg and immediately put it somewhere safe.
I think you've got a safe in your room that you can just kind of deposit it in.
It'll be safe in the safe.
I inform my buddies that the place where my new friend lives is Triton.
I always get that mixed up with Titan.
Yeah,
tell me
it's
about it.
Neptune.
Hey, Jane.
Hey, Io.
This means you can put that new liver to good use.
Aw, not again. You guys already did that the other night.
Oh, shit, that's true. Girls' night.
God
Please
damn it.
don't say that. Bo is coming with us.
Yeah, girls' night. No?
Perfect, Jane. Perfect.
I don't have to go with you.
Hey, Jane. Can I pick your brain there?
Sure.
Now that we know, that you're not completely human, and that your name is Jane 2, does that mean there was a Jane 1?
You know, I'm pretty sure I asked her this, like, the moment she introduced herself to us. I just listened to episode 1 as well.
I lied. Logic would dictate that that is the case, yes.
So, what happened to Jane 1?
Wait, if I can take a guess. Let me say this. She dead.
Yeah, mostly dead. I would say mostly dead.
What does that mean, Jane?
How do you...
I'm tired, let's go to bed. She leaves.
Wait, Jane! God damn it, Bo.
Wait, I don't think she was gonna answer the question one way or another.
You don't know how to play good cop, bad cop.
No, neither do you. We always play bad cop,
I know,
bad cop.
it's so much fun that way.
Why don't you go have, like, a heart-to-heart conversation with her in a
Can
room?
I borrow your flask?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was the softest, yeah. I got you, buddy.
Alright, so Io is not dropping the subject. I'm heading to Jane's bunk. I knock on the door. I don't wait for an answer. I just go in and I hand her the flask.
It's full of bourbon.
What's this for? I thought we were going to Triton anyway.
Well, I mean, pre-gaming, Jane. Pre-gaming.
Bo just runs down the hallway. He's like, pre-game!
Pixel has at this point taken the ship off and is like, you guys are actually on your way there. It is going to take a little bit.
Listen, just have a couple sips and, we'll make a night of it. We need to break in that liver. Right? Right.
I'm sensing some ulterior motives.
And Io just, puts her prosthetic arm over Jane's shoulders.
Clank.
You could, if you would like, to make a, insight check to see whether there are ulterior motives.
I need a fucking insight check for that? You gonna
Player
make me
knowledge
roll
versus
for
character
that?
knowledge.
I'm not going to make you. I'm just saying you're welcome to do so.
What's the damn...
Those are Brooks.
Brooks?
Yeah.
Jeez. 4.
Jesus
God
Christ.
damn.
I blew that shit on this garbage.
There are absolutely ulterior motives.
Oh, fuck you. Ah! No! It's not acceptable. I'd like to turn this conversation around and, like, learn all about Io's tragic backstory.
I'd say with an epic success, you can do that.
I make her take it for every drink that I take. I also make her take one.
Mm-hmm.
But what she doesn't know is that I can make my
You can
robot
change
brain
your
run
settings.
faster to counteract the
You
effects
turn your
of the
metabolism
alcohol.
up.
You're overclocking your brain.
I overclock myself, which means I'm gonna really like have a wicked ass hangover tomorrow. But I don't have a robo hangover, but I do that to increase my mental faculties while intoxicated, and I make her go shot for me.
I feel like we should do some sort of roll with this.
I think, yeah, you gotta probably...
You have to contest me, right?
Yeah, contest... do you
Contest
the
one
4?
another, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I just rolled a 4.
Well, are you
What
going
the
to ask
fuck
me?
was-
Are we asking each other questions now? Is that what's happening?
No, first I'm trying to get you blasted because I have a little more tact than that.
Okay, I thought we were going
Even
like
for a
shot for
robot.
shot and asking questions. All right. Anyway, so yeah,
Never have I
we
ever.
just start. Oh God.
From down the hallway, you just hear AC/DC's Back in Black blasting out of Bo's room.
Is Bo with us or no?
No,
No, I don't believe
because
so.
he sent you in there with the intention of you trying to figure out what the fuck
Okay.
is
All
going
right.
on.
So I just start drinking. Yeah. Right. Or do I roll against it?
I mean, with an epic success, I don't think...
I don't have a
You're welcome
choice.
to try, but yeah.
No, I'll go with it. This could be fun.
Yeah, and then when we ask questions, then we can do contested
Okay.
rolls. As
I'm
we
into that.
Fence our way through this conversation. All right, we drink a lot.
All right.
Jane, you have such fluffy hair.
Thanks to Dr. Asshole. He's big on aesthetics.
But you have like a say, don't you?
I don't know.
Have you ever?
I never asked.
I would so ask. You know, like, what if you wanted extra arms?
What would I do with those?
You would pick up all sorts of things.
I think it's like if you could have too many arms in the kitchen, they would just get in the way of
But
each
I
other.
would have so many arms to pet Dr. Parsnip with. So many arms.
You've got an extra arm. You could have had 3 arms. Why didn't you ask Dr. What was her name?
Oh, Dr. Amos?
Dr. Amos. You could ask Dr. Amos to give you an arm that was 2
But,
arms.
I mean, I needed an arm though. I didn't have a lot of time. I had to go. So I needed a solution.
Well, for what? A solution for what? This is me trying to get information. I'm gonna roll. Oh, is this Brooke?
Yeah, that'd be Brooks. I'd say contested against Io's Brooks.
2.
Am I rolling?
Yeah.
Just 3, right?
Yeah. Or you have well, you're drunk.
I have negotiator, yeah, but
But you're also drunk.
that's my 2. No, well, I have the 2 truths make a lot, or 2
Oh, yeah.
lies make a truth.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I can use that too, right?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so I'm doing Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. That was 5.
God damn.
I just Space Bear got it.
A space
Space
bear?
Can you believe that?
I believe that, right? Because I rolled a 2.
Yup.
It was just this. It went. Ah, and it just ripped my arm off.
I've never seen a space bear. Oh my
I know.
god. Did you go to therapy? You should go to therapy. I hear that humans go to therapy because they need it.
I mean,
sometimes.
I'm sure.
I read it in a book.
I'm sure that's what humans do, but humans, am I right?
Are you not human? I'm gonna roll to see if she's human.
Are you going to contest that, Io?
Yeah, I'll contest it.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
That'll be, I think, also Brooks.
Well, I got a strike.
So did I. I would imagine Jane would win that though, right? Because we both got strikes, or
Oh yeah, how's that work?
I think maybe Io tries to correct the record, and Jane believes that she's not human anyway. So Io's like, no, I am a human, and Jane is like, You're an alien. At the end of the conversation.
Have more of this spicy water.
Okay.
It's good for you.
And Io just drinks.
Can we cut to a scene where Bo is sitting in his room in a silk bathrobe? He's wearing glasses and he's playing Chinese checkers against Pixel's casing and getting his ass kicked so hard. I'm getting really upset.
I have a question for you.
Okay. What is it?
Bo is gone.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to Jane 1? I think it makes it really sad, and that makes me sad.
The sound that the PlayStation makes when you're playing a really graphic heavy game. I'm gonna roll to not say.
Okay.
Brooks?
Yep.
I got a strike. I rolled exactly the same thing I rolled last time.
I got 1.
I don't know.
Come on.
Something really
What
bad.
happened?
Something really bad. I don't know. But I actually don't. I'm trying to give me some of that juice. I'm trying to find out, because she's not dead, right? At least, I'm pretty sure she's not, because sometimes, and don't tell anybody I told you this.
I can keep secrets.
Okay. Sometimes people think I'm crazy.
No, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm so normal.
Yeah.
I read so many books on how to do small talk. I know more
good
about
at
small
it.
talk. I practiced on the rocks while I was on Charon.
That was such
And
a
let me
smart
tell you-
idea, Jane.
Thank you. You're my bestest friend in the
I
whole
mean,
world.
you're a friend, Jane.
I think that was the strike. Just that blow to your ego.
James too drunk to know that.
I will say, if you take a third strike, you're just unconscious from the booze.
Oh yeah, I've taken 2 strikes.
I can help you find Jane.
What until I got a list of, I'm just gonna blow the whole mystery right here in this episode.
boy.
I have, my book. I don't carry that book because I'm religious.
The book with your hit list?
It's not a hit list. Why would I have a hit list? I'm an archaeologist. I'm not like you people. You go around, you kill CEOs who, I'm not saying they don't deserve it, but I just dig things out of the ground with teeny tiny shovels. Small shovels.
I thought it was a front. Cause you lied about Jane 1. I thought maybe you lied about being an archaeologist.
I didn't really lie about J1 because I don't know
But
what
I
happened.
can help
gotta
you
find these people.
on your hit list.
It's not a hit list. Give me some of that spicy water. It's not a hit list. It's a list of names we recovered from Jane 1's information, but it came back all scrambled, and we couldn't make heads or tails of it. And Dr. Fuckface thought it was a good idea to build a second intelligence on top of a scrambled first intelligence. So
You're the second intelligence.
I know
Oh my
it's
God.
really such a burden. And
I
it's
don't-
confusing because sometimes I wake up in an elevator and I feel really mad, but I don't know why. And my head's bleeding.
I was just rubbing her face together, and I don't. That's just. It must be so hard to be you, Jane.
It's so hard. I don't know. I've never been a person. Like, it doesn't sound so great either. That's my story.
That's
my story.
So sad and complicated.
You didn't have enough of this spicy water. You're supposed to tell me your story.
Oh.
That sounds like another contested role.
I'm gonna roll.
Tell you
Oh
my
god, she's stuck in the drunk
story.
voice.
We're not gonna roll.
Shit. I got 3 strikes.
I got 1.
Oh!
She doesn't answer, she just passes out.
Doesn't that only count as one?
That does only count as one strike. So you guys are both strike for strike at this point, I think.
2 strikes, we're really... Hey, after you tell me your sob story, let's go do Bo's hair.
What are we gonna do to it?
I have bows left over from when you guys made my teddy bear really ugly.
We're gonna put bows on Bo.
Yeah.
I love how that turned from a fake laugh into a real laugh. That was great.
Jane, Bo doesn't know this, but he's my best friend next to Dr. Parsnip.
He doesn't know? Why doesn't he
can't
know?
know.
Didn't you
It's
tell him?
secret.
That's not your backstory, bitch.
What do you want to know about me? I am an open book. Io is an open book.
I want to know what happened. Well, how'd you meet a bear? I believed that. How'd you meet a bear? What'd you go looking for a bear for? You're smarter than that.
I feel like because I got 3 strikes, Io would, like, come clean with the bear story.
That seems fair.
It wasn't a bear. I lied.
You lied? Oh, humans are so good at that. It took me like 3 years to learn how to lie.
I lied. It was my shitbag little brother.
What?
He just decided I didn't need my arm anymore, and then it was gone, and I had to leave home.
Your little brother sounds like
He's
a
a
real
giant
dick.
bag of dicks.
You come from a complicated family situation.
You don't even know how complicated my family can be. You know that emperor guy?
The one
Who's like,
with the
yeah,
head
he's
cold?
so
Yeah.
sick. I know him.
Bitch, what?
We're like family, but we're not.
Is he to you like one of those people? I read about this also in a book. Is he like one of those people that like your dad was friends with in college, so you have to go over to his house once a year and swim in his pool and eat his stupid oysters?
I don't know what that means. But I have a dad, and he's kind of a dick too.
Is he bad as your little brother?
Ugh. It's complicated. It's like
complicated.
on Space Face, where like you put your relationship status, and it's complicated because you don't know if they really like you, and like it's complicated.
That is complicated. Why do you know the Emperor then, if it wasn't for his oysters?
It's like a big deal back home. I don't know.
You're a big deal?
No.
How long does the win last? Because I feel like at some point she should get her agency back.
Which is now.
I'd say she's got her agency back, yeah. Yep.
Right now. Okay, you don't... Listen.
I'm not gonna.
Because let me tell you why you don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me because I really want to go put bows on Bo right now.
Can we put bows on Dr. Parsnip too?
Yeah, I have so many bows. Here's the bows. Let's go get
bows on Bo.
Bows on Bo.
Bows on
Bo.
Bo.
They're like walking down the hallway, getting closer to Bo's room.
You hear the sound of a table flipping over, and we'll be like, "Hey, fuck this game!" And he storms out, and like walks over to the mess hall.
Bo, you hear this eerie, haunting melody coming down the hallway. 2 voices shouting "Bows on Bo."
I run to the mess hall, like past them, and I grab Dr. Parsnip. I'm holding him, and I look at my 2 shipmates, and I'm like, "Get away from me, you bitches!"
We're looking for you.
Wait.
Hey friends, thanks for listening to our latest episode of The Role Less Taken.
Thanks again to E57 for the use of their song Stroke off their album Heavy Seas and Smashing Skies. If social media is your thing, check us out on Facebook and Instagram at The Roll Less Taken, and at Roll Less Taken on Twitter. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're feeling generous, leave us a review on your favorite podcatcher. We'll see you next Wednesday with a brand new episode, and until then, watch out for space slugs.
I heard somebody clap before I said clap.
That might have been this chip clip that I'm fiddling with.
Oh, I think it was.
Oh, okay. And that's where he talked about like the soft launch and the throwing out your first episode.
Which
Well,
Just
we
delete it.
definitely did.
Yeah, we definitely
We did
followed that advice.
twice. Yep. Oh, I should maybe get out my dice.
I will prepare my dice.
Where the fuck? Oh, there the fuck. Okay, cool. That's better. So...
I
That's a
don't
good point.
watch the webcams when we play. Am I the weird one?
Did I do that? Did I blur
It
it?
does it automatically sometimes. You can change it in audio and video settings.
Is everyone's like that but
Yeah.
mine? Mine looks fine. Mine looks all in focus.
It doesn't know where
No,
it wants
mine's
to
in focus as well, but I think I turned it off. 4 minutes into the recording.
Ready?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
Emotionally, I'm ready. I don't know about the rest of everything else.